like a book I wrote
Cool.
off that. So like I'm trying to figure out a way to like balance those thematically. So for Uber Diaries, I was thinking about like, actually like a couple weeks ago, I scooped this lady named, her name was Melody on her shit. So I was like, that's cold. Like if I picked up like Melody in an Uber and try to kind of like play with that metaphor. So I was trying to kind of find a way where I could do like interludes or like, hey, almost like I was telling her about me through like I was driving Uber, scoop her, tell her about Cali and have that kind of wind back. And that's
I like the concept. I like how it's in depth right there.
Yeah, that's what I've been.
You can see music videos too, man. Like,
yeah.
The Uber driver aspect.
For
You
sure.
can see the whole series there.
Yeah, I'm about to write like a little, just like treatment or like a little short film probably off that, because I got plenty. I wanted to I think I want to stick to the melody theme for the like transitions and whatever in the project, but I want to be able to play on like some of the also the crazy shit I've seen. People, you know what I'm saying? Like just goofy people end up smoking with random dudes or whatever, go get a drink with a chick or whatever. But yeah. So all these, it's just like pretty rough. Oh, I have to hook up to what's the Wi-Fi?
Oh, Netgear 16. Any of them? There should be 3.
Netgear 16. Gosh.
And because I don't want it on the video recorder.
Oh, that's really
funny.
Yeah.
Smart man.
Cool. Yeah, so yeah, these aren't like, these are just pretty just rough, me trying to figure out and write and whatnot. Not a whole lot of mixing or nothing, so.
Gotcha.
I'll play this first one. Actually, which one? Yeah, I'll play this one first. It's called Prince of the City. This is one that Golden Child mixed, but we just did like one draft.
Feel free to come around here if you want to listen to it in front of the speakers too.
For sure.
Yeah.
Was it love or just sex? I don't even wanna know. Did I pass on the test? Think how we could've grown. Am I one of a kind? You still fucking with my soul? Or just like the rest? Cruising my city with the windows down. Stuck in this loop. Demons from my past. Feelings about you. I ain't too proud to bring them out. Energy in this room used to feel like a tomb. I got nothing to prove. I can't wait to see the crowd. Yeah. Fridays at your mama's crib, skipping class to hit the spliff. Talking about kids, picking out names. Bumping Marvin's room till nothing was the same. Since you've been gone, I eloped with the pain. Speaking my truth without dropping a name. Industry standards I don't entertain. I'm airplane mode, y'all more gang. I sip ice water, y'all spill champagne. Prince of the city, trapped in this maze. A storm is coming, she been on her way. Posted outside so I can feel the rain. Fucking up puddles in my black grapes. Prince of the city, I study Machiavelli. Trust the vision only you can see. Heal your heart, change your degree. Deep in the mirror, who do you see? All these demands, I can't get back to the old me. I need a hand with all these scenes. Compelled to share my perspective, or let y'all be. Last time I vented, they screamed disease. Mornings at the window, staring at a tree. Cruising my city with the windows down. punch after her leaves had pears.
My dog.
Cool.
Sick.
Yeah. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds like you got a good start to it, man. So you're gonna record this. Your plan for this project is to record, go do a professional session.
Yeah. I'm about to take I just had my homie Golden Child. My homie randomly recorded that one for me, but I'm probably gonna re-record it. But because Genesis has a different mic and shit. But
Can you go talking in the mic up
yeah,
there?
yeah, I got you. Yeah, that one is I randomly made that one kind of when I was not making these other ones. So I for me that one feels almost stands alone a little bit. I don't really know where to put it within the project because it feels like a kind of like an intro-ish to me.
Yeah, I can see that as being
Yeah.
an intro. I think it would go a long way from a re-recording session because I can hear your mic in that one for sure.
Oh,
You
for
get a lot
sure.
of room noise.
Yeah, that was an hour of us working, so
yeah,
I didn't get to
a
check.
little better mic and a little better isolation and some saturation on your vocals. I think it would sit a lot better in the mix.
For sure, yeah. The mix is, because we had an hour and a half. We were just kicking it, and I recorded it, so that's why I have it.
And
You did
creative.
that in an hour and a half? No.
I mean, I laid that down, and then he worked on it for whatever time.
I said this too.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, creatively, the only thing I would suggest on that, for your more sung parts, I think just for a little added value to the project, you might want to get another singer in there, whether that be a female vocalist or a smooth R&B guy.
For sure.
Just because I think that would add just an extra layer of
On the hook.
professionalism to that track.
I agree with that because what I was gonna say I liked about it was the layers. You have layers to it, and
Yeah.
that's a big thing. Jen always press layering of music, adding different sounds, background vocals. This, not oversaturating the echo. You had all of that, so I like that. And like you said, you're gonna execute it again. That was
For sure.
pretty much the only takeaway from it was executing.
For sure. Yeah. Well, I appreciate that.
Yeah, I'm surprised. While I was listening to it, I was assuming okay, this is his final cut. But yeah, if you're gonna be re-recording that, you got a lot of opportunities to really polish that.
Yeah.
Yeah, my feedback is the number one thing for me, same as the thing about the vocals. I do vocals myself. I can tell when you're hitting that note, it's a little bit off at times. It kind of wavers a little bit along the note. So there's different ways you can correct that to get the exact note you want. One is layering other vocals on top of it. Another one could be having somebody auto-tune stuff. Another one could just be practice hitting that note. Another one, I don't know what the exact problem is, but pitching it slightly could fix it.
On that cruising my city, you talking about that part?
The
or the whole?
Oh, I don't remember the note, but you're oh, that one where you're hitting the note and it sustains.
Down. What I'm saying, down?
No.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
That one.
Yeah.
It's a cool kind of hip hop thing to sort of be sloppy about hitting the note, and sometimes it works. But I think one of my favorite things about your song is the melody. It's got this smooth melodic sort of warm sound to it. So to have a little bit of dissonance with the note being slightly off, for me, it's I kind of wanted it to hit smoothly, more smoothly. So yeah, that's the only thing for me that was it made it sound, not finished.
No doubt. Yeah, I appreciate that because those are things I've been dying to hear because these are just shit I've been fucking around in my room doing.
Do you ever listen to MF Doom? Danger Doom, any of his aliases?
Very, not a lot, but I have been wanting to listen to more. But
as far as the off-key singing, I think he's one who actually does a really good job of doing the purposely off-key stuff instead of just sung bits.
Mm-hmm.
You might want to check that out. That might give you some really interesting creative ideas.
For sure.
One track I think of Last Beer by MF Doom definitely has that.
You said Last Beer?
Last Beer, yeah.
For sure.
If you are going for the off-key thing, And I'm guessing.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't going for nothing on purpose. I was just made this shit.
Okay.
Playing with sounds, right?
Yeah, I was just like fucking around.
Finding it
Yeah.
so that when you ready for that,
No
especially
doubt.
you know the direction you want to go in,
Yeah.
you can build that for sure.
I really liked my favorite aspect. Well, aside from the song as a whole, I like the song as a whole. But the cool little like gimmicky thing that he had is the stopping of the beat. That worked really well.
Yeah.
And it wasn't too much. Like every time it stopped, it worked really well for me.
Cool.
Solid transition. And yeah, it was like the song, like it started off kind of slow and then it built up and then you was rapping harder, but then like you calmed it back down and you brought it back down. Like the transition, it was like flawless. It was
Yeah, because
Yeah.
what it started at was it's like the beat was longer, so it could have basically the hook could have doubled up on both sections, but I cut it down so the hook only went one, and then I had that 8-bar verse, and the second one I went longer,
Got it.
and then the last one or that like open part on the back, I feel like that's something where I could do something when I was talking about that melody shit. Like I think those are good spots. Because I have some beats that do the same type of thing.
Yeah,
Where I can put in that, skit or like stuff like that, so I don't have to build one out. And it can already flow,
Gotcha.
but happen while the song's still happening. But yeah, I started out doing spoken word, so that's why I ended up doing a lot of shit like that on the end like that. But like,
So,
still, yeah, like you said, just having different ideas. And I know Genesis is a perfect, like, I've worked so much with him already that we'll be able to kind of.
yeah, I heard it instantly. I'm like, I could tell he's recorded with Jen. It's like that's what he used to preach to me about music. Is like layer, different aspects, different. Yeah, I heard it instantly.
For sure. Yeah. So
I
these
love
next,
this backdrop that you've got. I was just staring at that the whole time.
that was like some Halo.
It's hypnotic, man.
shit.
That's like the stock pack that comes with resin when you get it too. I love it. It's just like basic but chill. It works nice. Oh, resin, no. You can let it
I was
hang.
like watching it with listening to the song, and I had like this futuristic context of the song in my head.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So these what am I gonna play? These next ones is not about to sound as good as that one, probably sound wise. But this one is called Rhythm and Bruise. I'm gonna just let it rock like that. The second verse is open because I'm trying to, from that melody type, whatever concept, trying to figure out who that person could be, or if that is a person it is somebody I want to bring the project. I don't know who though. So I'm trying to have them probably be the second verse. But play this one.
Hey, Regal.
I got a couple. I got like 3 for them.
I could be a Luther Vandross, a secret love that you tuck away. Slow dancing in the smoky room, my hands on your waist. No need to rush, cause love is not a race, and this blunt leave a trace if we smoke it till it's gone. 9 north of the city that's windy, right hand on her thigh gives a pulse in the million. Stars in the sky looking so damn pretty. Summer's over in the mood, it's a little bit chilly, yeah. So I let her keep my jacket, hoping that she'll miss me. Swing no miss, call me the kid, Ken Griffey. Junior no major on my move, so indie, I got something to prove. Pull over on Prospect, adjusting the tunes. Taking no requests, can't fuck up my mood. All these hoes want is rhythm and bruise. Singles that chart dictate how they move. Doing what they're told, I do what I choose. Work when I please, I'm scanning the streets while I write to this beat. 27 credits short, I should've got that degree. That's what society been telling me, they want my soul. And the rest of me, I tasted that cake, I know the recipe. Sadly made, don't have no empathy. So I cheat on her with a girl named Melody. She hopped in my Uber, high on ecstasy. Talking about longevity, saying I should define success for me. 90 north of the city, that's windy. Right hand on her thigh, gives a pulse in the middle. Stars in the sky looking so damn pretty. Summer's over in the mood, it's a little bit chilly, yeah. So I let her keep my jacket, hoping that she'll miss me. Swing no miss, call me the kid, Ken Griffey. Junior no major on my move, so indie, I got something to prove.
one I've been like messing with for like a couple of months. I think I got that beat like December or something like that.
Cool.
I think that one gonna be mainly about delivering it. Like when you record it, deliver like on those hits, like the production hit hard and like the lyrics went with it. So when you deliver it, when you record it, just make sure you feeling it, like vibe out, getting your song first, like, and that's gonna be like really, really not like that. Yeah, it's gonna be all about delivery, bro. All about it. I felt it already. I felt the song. Like obviously, like you said, it wasn't.
And I actually just rewrote this shit like a couple days ago. So the hook was, the intro was just like something. So I don't know. I wanted to use that shit or if it fits. But that was a verse, and then I made it a hook, and then I made it the intro, and then I rewrote the hook, and then I wrote. So like I just been rewriting and shit. But,
constructive process.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just listened to a biography on Kurt Cobain, the Nirvana guy. He's prolific, but he would rewrite his songs over and over and over and over. Once I heard that, I was like, I don't feel so bad about rewriting things over and over.
Yeah, I'm starting to like I like rewriting shit.
Okay.
Cause I write, like I said, I write prose, like long, like fiction or whatever. So it's like I'm always rewriting there. So like I feel like once I center in on like the concept of the song, then you can just keep like pumping into like whatever you feel that is, and like
definitely.
it'll come out in some form. Like, and that's kind of how I've been trying to write my music. But,
Yeah, I think it sounds great, man. Your beat is on point, and that's really mixed well. You guys knew the producer beforehand. It sounds like you did good work. Definitely pay attention to the recording process when you do it. You want that to be as high as quality as possible. You want your vocal, the quality of your vocal recording to match the beat
for
itself.
sure.
So definitely get in the studio for that one.
For sure. Yeah, these are all.
Nice microphone.
Yeah, that's all the same guy that I'm going to. Is all these ones I'm playing. And
cool.
Yeah, I'm aware that I'm like in my attic and shit. Sitting down, like just pumping, like doing takes, just trying to figure.
You want to
So
just be able
I'm,
to hear it back.
I don't even have monitors. I'm in headphones.
Yeah.
So when I hear it, I'm like bouncing it and listening to it.
Well,
in
you're
my
off to a
car.
great start.
I appreciate it.
That's actually a good thing if you ask me, because it's like when you sit on the song that way, it makes it easier when you go in to do it correctly, because you listen to it and you know what you want to fix, you know what you want to change, you know how you want to do it, you know, you got the beat in your head probably, like
For sure,
front and back, like.
With that first beat when I did it with Golden Child, I knew that whole song. I still know that whole song, so I didn't have to like, you know what I'm saying, look at it or whatever. So I feel like I'm, trying to just get, I don't know, just in like a further feedback, I guess, if they sound cohesive or if they sound like they could be whatever the order may be. If narratively it works or whatever, that's something that like I'm probably is like my biggest concern.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Gotcha.
I'm not the person I'm terrible at narrative stuff because my memory is terrible and I have trouble understanding lyrics. I've got like this thing where a speech is hard for me to understand. I can just tell like if you're saying something stupid a lot of times. That's when I'll be like, wait a minute.
Yeah, for me it's like I'm overly obsessive with narrative to the point where like when I first started making music, I didn't understand that delivery was so important because I came from. But like once I began to figure that out, I feel like I went into really working on that, and now I'm coming back to the middle where it's like I can't put out some shit if it doesn't string through.
Yeah.
Especially
that's cool that you're into that because that's unique. Like if you can really like hone in on that skill, that would make you stand apart.
Yeah, man, that's what I hope.
Because that's not one of my strong suits. I tell you that now. So.
Yeah, it's my like before I started making music, like I'm probably like the first artist I ever fucking dove into. I was 17 was J. Cole when he dropped the warm up. Well, I was a basketball player. My homie showed it to me. I listened to it in the bleachers type of thing. So like that's like, and once I started getting into, because I was listening to like not even rap when I was younger. Really, it was like Chili Peppers, Tom Petty, like so now after
rock.
Classic rock and just like a little, the stuff you hear on the radio, but it wasn't like it was streaming back then, so it wasn't easy to just listen to these projects.
True.
Of like Jay-Z or like all that if your parents weren't messing with it. Like my parents weren't fucking with rap like that. But
If someone had a parent that was into rap, let them know. I don't think anybody's parents are into rap.
yeah. So yeah, that's like always like right now. Like this one's called Uber Diaries. Conceptually, I want my next project to be called like Off the Road. Just like I'm writing all about being Ubering and traveling and da 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 da. It's like I don't know what I would be saying about up, but I just feel like that title is called.
Yeah.
But for it, I've been making a playlist of just all the petty music that I was listening to, all the things non-rap that was influencing me to see if I could be like playing to my sound or something.
Cool.
Because most of these have been not getting like I have a few beats that were made for me. It was mostly like that first one I just found on YouTube.
Gotcha.
Type of thing. Golden Child made a few, but trying.
So I wanted to add, like, my criticism, I think, is similar to Jay's. I mean, at first, when I was listening to it, I had a thing I was going to say, and then when you said it, Jay, I was like, wait a minute, that's more appropriate, because one of the issues for me was the energy level. It was like, it got a little bit sleepy.
I was lazy.
Well, it's like, it's the thing that is cool about your style, just like the last song we heard, like it's got this warm, comfortable sound and you're like saying these real lyrics, so it's like an intimate kind of nice space to be in. So the energy level is a little bit lower, so
so when I do dip below, it
once
goes
you dip
low.
below, it's kind of like
Under the beat, it's like
Yeah.
you're under it.
Yeah.
So I was gonna say, well, you should, rap more intensely, but if you start to do that, then you start to lose what you're naturally good at,
For
and
sure.
that could just go south.
I think it all comes from just recording by myself.
South,
Okay.
Once
South,
I-
you don't want to be an angry South rapper, right?
Yeah, you gotta kind of just find that balance in the two, because you can still, like you said with J. Cole, he still comes across on that same platform.
It's just I notice on certain like snares, it's like how you're hitting when the words is transitioning. It's more how it sounds and feels than what you're saying almost.
Yeah.
And what you're saying can come across because you're hitting on those
Yeah,
pockets.
it'll
of
come
it.
across harder and memorable. Like that's really the thing. It'll like people will remember that part because of how it sounds, not even about like what you said.
Yeah.
Y'all remember it because of how it sounds,
That's-
how good
yeah.
and perfect timing it was. Like that'll just be what
That's-
replays.
That's why I'm super excited to like record this, because I feel like I've like the lyrics and the message or whatever is like dissolved into me, and now like those are the things I'm really worried about.
What
My
I say,
shit.
don't be scared to bring somebody in
Hey.
the studio who will tell you they don't like it or something. That's what I say. Like one of your guys that don't rap or something, bring him in the studio and let him tell you.
That's funny you say that, because last weekend one of my homies said that same shit.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
you do, because they might not tell you like, oh, this sucks. No, that's not what you're looking for. But as long as you got somebody in there that'll tell you, do this again, do it this way, and it's because
Because when you hear
That's
that,
how
you
you
can't
listen.
hear everything and shit.
Yeah.
And once you hear that spot or get that feedback, and you know where and how to pivot, then it's just, I feel like it just
Yeah.
falls.
they do that for sure. That song will be. I swear it's literally about delivery. Other than that, that's a hit.
So I just wanted to add, and furthermore, make sure you don't lose, like when you're going to this new recording process, don't lose what was good about your current recordings, because if it's a different process for you, could turn out pretty different.
True. That is a good point. Great point, honestly. Because going to a different studio, you will have 7 different songs, like completely. Like you went in and you think you did the same thing, but you come out with a completely
And this
different
it's
product.
just crazy people's energy can do. Because yesterday I was with Golden Child, I played him these and a couple more, and it's like I felt different about him as I was playing them. I feel like just because he was there, and he wasn't even saying nothing, or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like so, yeah, you definitely can. You gotta be aware of like keeping your vibe.
Yeah.
I think is a big thing. But yeah, dope. Yeah, I appreciate all the feedback.
What's it got for us, man?
I got one called Lust Generation.
Cool.
This is
Was that Lost Generation, you said?
Lust.
Lust.
So
okay.
like that's coming from my book basically. Cause I was like huge into like Beat Generation when I was traveling I was in California and whatnot. and they had like Lost Generation was like Fitzgerald and was all these authors or whatever. Beat was like these dudes in the 40s and 50s, and I was like, what is us? What is our shit? And I was like, oh, maybe it's like Lust because like we need all this shit like right now, like. So that's kind of like what I was trying to play with and trying to bring that aspect of like my novel to my music.
You good with concepts, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm probably like that's probably one of my strongest points, and I'm trying not to like overly conceptualize.
Nice.
But yeah, I'll just play this one.
I could write everything down, I could tell you what to say. Graduated Princeton sound from the U of mental break. Lucid moves control my fate. I be posted at the lake, writing in an altered state, and I dictate the pace. Yeah, molding tracks like Donatello, hitting jumpers from the elbow, building mountains from a pebble. Whatever it takes, whatever it takes. I won't ever hit the brakes. When my range is full grown, I'm pumping up the rates. Pumping up the rates, that's what everybody say. I know how to move the clouds and find a brighter day. Sometimes I make mistakes and get left out in the rain, but if I never felt those drops, then I wouldn't be Fontane. Healing wounds with this verbal attack, that's how I met Jax. That's facts on facts, no racks on racks. Those go to Sally Mae, my account stay tapped. Most know the score, but they can't read stats. I fell down, got up, made my own path. I beat the game, I've been taking laps, so keep your 2 cents, I know this shit slaps. I see what they done for fame. There's so much room in my lane. I found a way out the maze. Now I'm gone. I could write everything down, I could tell you what to say. Graduated Princeton sound from the U of mental break. Lucid moves control my fate. I be posted at the lake, writing in an altered state, and I dictate the pace. Yeah, molding tracks like Donatello, hitting jumpers from the elbow, building mountains from a pebble. Whatever it takes, whatever it takes. I won't ever hit the brakes. When my time here runs out, I won't be at the gates. Waiting at the gates, you know how long that's gonna take. So much unbalanced karma on that long I finna faint. I'm thankful that a stranger introduced me to the way. Now I understand that scripture is not a higher place. 2 feet on the ground, head in the clouds, lying at heart, I've been on the prowl, lost in the sound, hiding from the crowd. Lust generation, we need this shit now. Yeah, we need this shit now. Bubba Chuck flow, that's pound for pound. My ballpoint pen could run your town. King among fools, I don't need no crown. I see what they done for fame. There's so much room in my lane. I found a way out the maze. Now I'm gone.
Thank you.
That was my favorite beat of the 3, man.
Yeah.
So far, yeah, that had a really nice tone to it.
Did you, there was a certain couple parts in there when you were like, see,
Yeah.
Did